Welcome back to the Cryptolabs YouTube channel. Excited for you to be here. Today we're going to be looking at a few different positions, but doubling down on the SUI ecosystem. I'm going to show you two dexes, fan of both, and I'm going to show you why I use Turbos Finance, and we're also going to be looking at some positions. So market's doing awesome, by the way. This end of the year is going to be such a fun time. Just make sure that you're locking in profit and you're positioned properly now. There are so many opportunities in the market right now, and those opportunities are going to compound over the next few months. So make sure you're in the game and you're treating this seriously. I'm going to open up my portfolio here. I have 9 wallets linked to DeFi Buddy as of right now. As we're waiting for that, and I'll give you a quick tour of some updates on DeFi Buddy. My Uniswap positions are all in range, rocking it. This thing has been collecting fees like crazy. As you can tell, I'll go back to DeFi Buddy here. DeFi Buddy is tracking my Uniswap position, so you can see my position right there. I love it. Sitting on close to $1,000 in uncollected fees over on Uniswap right now. We are working on Aerodrome integration. By the time this video is out, it will be integrated. Then we're doing Orca, then we're doing VFAT, then we're doing the SUI ecosystem, and then we're actually incorporating Bitcoin. So this will be, you will see your entire portfolio on one dashboard, all of your tokens, all your coins, all your lending, borrowing, all your LP positions, your estimated net cash flows, etc. Right now, we're not tracking VFAT, but I got another $70,000 over here doing around $200 per day in range. Super happy with this position. And what I want to talk about here today is Turbos and Cedus. Now, people have been asking me, why am I using Turbos Finance and not Cedus? As you can see, I have a position here. It's been in range for quite a while. I got a $21,000 position, $1,500 in unclaimed fees, doing on average around 150% APRs. And then I'm taking those collected fees and buying more SUI with it, which I'm going to do real time in today's video. We're going to take another $1,500 in profit and buy more SUI, lend it out, and earn yield on yield. Now, I'm in this exact pool here. So there's $4.1 million of liquidity and $17 million in volume. Now, remember, as investors in LPs, as DeFi business owners, we get paid the fees. The more volume compared to liquidity, the more fees we get paid. If I look at Cedus, which I'm a big fan of, by the way, we have comparable in this position, $5.3 million in liquidity, 15 million in volume. And in this position, a lot more liquidity, but much less volume. Now, you do have to remember there's different fee tiers, etc., etc. All I'm saying is Turbos is giving me a better return. That's really the only reason I'm using Turbos. Plus, it's super user friendly. I just enjoy it. I'm not saying do it. If you're on Cedus and you enjoy Cedus, use Cedus. The difference is fairly small, but I respect money. I respect yields. And if the difference is 5 or 10%, I come from a background of traditional investing. 5 or 10% is what I used to aim for a year on a traditional portfolio. If I can get the edge and make an extra 5 or 10% on my DeFi portfolio, then I absolutely say yes to that. I'm not gonna pass on that. And by the way, if you're in the UIG or if you're in Fast Track and you're not yet using DeFi Buddy, jump on there, start using it. It's come a long way, super accurate. You can see all your lend borrow positions here. You can see what you're earning from them, and you're gonna see more and more of your liquidity pools popping up as we integrate with different blockchains and different dexes. Also, if you're not on the waitlist for our book, cryptolabsresearch.com/book. I was actually just walking someone through chapter 16, The Art of Taking Profit. We talk about the ladder out strategy in here in detail, but we also talk about the psychology of it all, what to do with profits, etc. I'm actually going to be doing a video about that next, but just get the book. 100% of the sales go to charity as well. So you're supporting an awesome cause, you're getting an awesome book, buy a couple, give them to your friends, sign up for the waitlist. We'll let you know when the book is available for purchase. Alrighty, let's have some fun. I'm going to jump on Turbos Finance. I'm going to go into my position. I'm going to collect my trading fees, which is $1,000. Claim, approve, bam, and done. Collected that. Nice little payday. And then I'm going to go over into my rewards. I'm going to claim, bam, approve. Nice little payday. Pretty stoked on that. Now I'm going to go into my trade. Going to hit USDC. Going to go max. So that's the USD side of the fees I collected. I collected it in USDC and SUI. Worked out to around $500 worth of SUI, $500 USDC, and then my trading fees were around that 500 or whatever that was. So that adds up. I'm going to trade this for SUI. So I'm buying some SUI here. Approve. Done. Now, as you can tell, I should have around $1,500 worth. There it is. $1,500 worth of SUI. I'm going to go over to Navi Protocol and supply that $1,500 worth. So here it is, max 438 SUI, which is around 1523. Supply SUI, approve, done. And there we go, making another 3.5% on that. Again, don't do it for the returns, but that's a glimpse at how I run my entire portfolio. Collect fees, and then I'm either paying down debt, adding it as collateral, lending it out, or entering more LPs with it, creating not just a compound effect, but a velocity effect, which chapter 20 of the book, highly recommend you read it. I actually learned this from a real estate investor, but I applied it into crypto and DeFi. But it's the velocity of your money, a chapter worth studying. Again, cryptolabsresearch.com/book. Sign up for the wait list. It is going to be a book worth studying, but I'm going for velocity here. So just to kind of wrap up this video, because I know there's a kind of question in the air of like, well, what's crypto, what's DeFi going to do next? I don't know what the next 1 or 2 weeks or even the next month or two bring. Like I can't predict that. We could go look at charts. There's a lot of people on YouTube and they literally have built an entire thing around predicting what the market is going to do for their audience. And half of the time, they're wrong. You cannot predict it. Now, we could look at some indicators and make some decisions, but we cannot predict it. What I can tell you, I don't see a world where Bitcoin isn't worth more. Fiat is there's only going to be more fiat. It's only going to lose value. That money goes somewhere. Bitcoin is a safe bet. Bitcoin will only grow. Crypto and the entire crypto space will only grow. We're only at a $4 trillion market cap. I don't know if you were around when it was like $1 trillion. Let me know in the comments if you were. We're 4 times bigger now, and yet we're still tiny. I see this being a 10, 15, $20 trillion market cap I'm talking years. We're not talking decades here. I'm talking years. And I want to be positioned in a space that's growing. I want to be positioned as an investor. I want to be holding on to assets that have fundamental value, that potentially generate income. There's a lot of protocols that our businesses run on smart contracts. I want to be invested in those. I'm not too concerned for the short term. In fact, I'm zero concerned for the short term. I'm a long-term investor. I want to build portfolios now, so when this is $20 trillion, I have a 4 or 5x on my net worth, and use DeFi to create cash flow to keep building my portfolio. I'm going to load my portfolio one more time here. Again, I got 9 wallets and there's a lot of data right now, so it takes a little while to load. But as that's loading, I want to remind you, like at one point, I bought my first couple dollars of crypto. That's where everyone's journey starts. Then I started learning about it. Then I had a couple thousand, then tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands. Now it's millions. This isn't accurate because it's not reading Bitcoin and non-EVM chains, but call it 2.5 million plus. And I want to see a 10x on that. How do I position myself now? Well, I create cash flow, then I use that cash flow to keep buying me more assets, building that portfolio. So when things are 4 or 5x, I've also been building up my positions. And if I've doubled my portfolio there, then I'm actually at a 10x. So I know if I can build this portfolio to 3 or 4 million bucks and see a 10x on top of that, I mean, I'm already taken care of and my family's taken care of, but even generations after me are taken care of. The charities we can support, we can do them at scale. This, to me, crypto and DeFi is the best and almost only asymmetric bet that you could possibly make right now. It is the future, full stop. Learn it, master it, position yourself now. I don't care if you're starting with $1 or 10 million. Just start. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Watch the last 10 videos. Take notes. I have a notebook. I'm always taking notes. Every time I learn something in this space or make a mistake or learn from that mistake or learn from someone else, I'm taking notes. I'm treating this as a full-time student because I know the opportunity we're sitting on. So with that said, I can't force you to do it, but hopefully you take it as seriously as we do over here at Crypto Labs. If you haven't liked this video yet and you actually liked it, make sure you like it, subscribe to this channel, hang out, just be in this conversation, watch some videos, join our lives. If you haven't joined our free DeFi University, there's a community we built. It's free. Jump in, learn. If you're not part of the UIG, it's a coffee per day. You're going to be surrounded by thousands of investors doing this, seriously doing it, so you can have the conversation that you probably can't have with family and friends because no one knows what the hell you're talking about when it comes to this stuff. Or if you're serious about building a portfolio, cash flowing it, we've worked with over 500 clients in Fast Track. We have the best team in crypto, and we'd love to support you on a personal level and actually coach and consult with you. If you're interested in that, then of course we do offer Fast Track. I don't care if it's free. I don't care if you're just consuming free content for the rest of your life. If you're spending $20 for the Crypto DeFi manual, which 100% of proceeds go to charity, UIG, Fast Track, like to me, it's not about that. It's just consistently get value, apply it. If you're doing that, my job is done and I'm a happy camper cheering for you. I want you to win and I want more people to win in this space because it's just good for the overall space. Let's keep building, let's keep creating, let's keep doing stuff in this space. So again, cheering for you. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next piece.